Hey guys, so Young here, coming with you with another video. It's a new month and it's time for an update. It's August and this is my Buce 60p conversion tank. As you know, I have bought a bunch of Buce and I've been trying to sell a lot of them, and actually a lot of them have been sold, and so that's why it's really empty, or emptier than usual. Let's talk about the plants a little bit. The plants, so for this tank I've been kind of dealing with a little bit of algae issues. I believe I kind of narrowed it down. It was due to a lack of water changes. I was doing kind of it's kind of a bi-weekly water change, and I guess it wasn't enough. And I switched to a weekly water change about 30–40%, and algae kind of went away like almost after a couple weeks. So it's definitely that. There's a little bit of algae on the breeder side. It's just because the fish can't get to it. What I've been doing is been pushing this across here. I let them clean that up, and then when it builds up here I push it back. And the reason why I have this here is because it's just to separate the species of Buces, because I can get them confused. Some of them do look very similar, and those in there are the Piccolo silvers, and they actually are really nice in there. But anyways, in terms of plants are doing good. They're actually growing, and actually a lot of them are budding in terms of like flower. It's really rare for Buces to, I guess, flower underwater, and actually one of them, you can see this one here is budding, and then if you look over here, a bunch of them over here, they have some buds, and that's really pretty cool. The ones I have up here were the ones that kind of melted back, and they tend to melt back. They tend to lose their leaves and then like regrow them, but it just takes some time. It depends in terms of when you're switching from tank to tank, and those ended up losing their leaves or whatever, and so I'm just trying to grow those back. It should be pretty good, but there's still plenty of black skeleton kings available for sale. You can definitely check out my website if you still want them. There's plenty of, again, you know, the silvers here. There's a bunch of these other ones. I have, I think, 4 or 5 species. Still plenty left. If you guys still want some, message me, hit me up, or you can just buy directly from the store. In terms of fish has been consistent. It's been all a mixture of fish, actually. I started with green neons in here. Added in some cherry barbs, and then they already had some celestial danios in here. I did have a bunch of shrimp at one point, but they all either disappeared or got eaten. I'm guessing the eaten part. There's a couple of mono shrimps in here that are alive, but other than that, the livestock has been consistent. I didn't really. This tank was meant to just be kind of a low-tech, you know, try to do very low maintenance, so that's why it's so understocked in terms of fish. And really right now I just have some autos in here for algae control as well, but just have these plants in here, so it's not really, you know, much. And I have some just floaters to kind of soak up any nutrients. And again, I've been, like I mentioned in the other video, I've been trying to try out some new dosing methods, and we'll see how this goes in terms of dosing. Hopefully I can save some dosing on it. In the future, plans for this, I do kind of want to add scape to it. Like, this is just a straight, like, just soil and just like the Buces just lined up for sale. But maybe in the future when I kind of like sell a lot of these, because basically if you divide from here to the right side, and those are all the stuff I'm selling, and these are my personal collection here. So maybe once I sell all these here, I might, you know, scape it a little bit, you know, and then tie some of these up into like rocks, you know, driftwood or whatever I decide, and make it a little bit, you know, prettier, you know. And that is just farm-like, but that might be down the road. We'll see what happens with this one. I have 3 other tanks that I've been playing scapes with, and I might just keep this way for a while. The new equipment addition to this was, if you notice, I removed the air bubble stone in the back, and I removed the heater in the back, and then I also, so those 2 things I removed, and I added another filter to this to replace the air stone. I added another Eheim filter, so I had bought a small one for the nano tank that I just set up, the Mini S, and I bought the next size up. I think it's like the classic 250 or something like that. Yeah, I think it's the 250, and I had bought the classic 150 for the Mini S or whatever. Anyways, this one's rated for like something ridiculous, like 60 or something gallons, but as you can see, the flow is not really that bad in this tank, and I really like it because actually the flow is like perfect. I think it agitates the water perfectly, and I don't know, it's more filtration for the actual tank, and I really like it. So I have the spray bar, you can't really see it, but it goes from here back until like probably right here, and I really like it so far, so I'm gonna keep that there. And I might end up putting the other filter plug it into the timer portion of it, so it'll come on when the CO2 comes on, and just have one filter running just to save electricity. So I might end up doing that, but that's what I did in terms of the conversion for this, because I noticed that the other filter I had that's hooked up to this right here, and that the flow was not so great, and I ended up needing like an air stone here and there. So I was like, I'm just gonna get another filter, and a stronger, like rated like 3-4 times the actual tank, and just let it roll. So it's looking good. But yeah, pretty much that's it. So if you have any comments, suggestions, etc., leave them below. And thank you for watching, and peace.